us.
This is Sandy Minkle, and I am with my gratitude twin, Matt Daniels. We are the Gratitude Squad. We are continuing the series on the 40 Days of Gratitude. And today, Matt, we're talking about why it's important and why it's helpful to share the story. And I know for me, like something like going into a dental appointment can be very stressful. Is doing this practice something that can help me as I anticipate a stressful situation?
Yes, yes. So there's a couple applications that come to my mind, and what you're talking about is exactly that. And it does have to do with sharing the story, because people are like, well, why share it? And the other thing is, are the ways not just that you can kind of get yourself into a state of quiet and calm and state of gratitude, but how you can also help others get there as well. Uh, so I have a friend who was going in for a medical procedure, and he was very nervous about it. And so in that moment, I walked him through this process, every step. You know, how you feeling right now, and then can you think of a moment of appreciation? And he told a great story, and then afterward asked him, uh, do you have a sense of where God is in this? And he kind of had the earth shook under his feet, because it was his first time ever he'd had this experience of experiencing the whisper of the Holy Spirit to himself. And he was moved. We sat in silence for like 3 minutes afterward, as he was so deeply blessed and simultaneously freaked out. Um, and and then I, kind of went to make the leap of, is there anything God wants you to know about this procedure? And he was already there. He's like, I sense him saying it's going to be okay. It's almost like I'm feeling him give me a hug. And and then we sat in some more silence. And so I immediately knew that we need to sow this whole experience that he's just had. It's two things now, right? It's this memory of appreciation, but now this new moment we just shared together has become a new moment of appreciation, kind of interaction with God. And the way we tie this story together, the way we turn it into a movie rather than a bunch of little disconnected parts, is by telling the story. So I just spoke the whole story back to him in a very concise 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hey, here's a story you shared, and then we got quiet, and here's what you sensed, and then you felt like things were going to be okay. And then I told him, you need to tell the story. If you can find three people to tell it to, even if one of them is just the wall, you need to tell it. Because when we do that, and there's my friends Jim Wilder and Chris Corsi, with Life Model Works and with Thrive Today, one of the things that they have pointed out is they actually call these 4+ stories, because you've got like 4 different regions of your brain, and then the 5th part where all your words are stored, that can be running off in all different directions. And when you tell this story this way and make eye contact, you actually get your whole brain working together smoothly. You get it really synchronized, and you synchronize with another. So the way I can actually be an agent of peace in somebody else's life is by knowing my stories. And as I tell stories of appreciation, and as I connect with them, especially if they're stories I've already told before, and even more so if they're stories when I was in a time similar to what a person has been in, and if I have their permission, can I share with you a story about a time I went through something similar? And they say yes. Even if they can't access calm, if we make eye contact and I connect with my heart while I'm relating the story, I transmit it. I mean, they're literally, if you hooked us up to a brain scanner, you would see that their brain is starting to fire with the same waves of gratitude that mine is. And a person in a state of distress, if they make a relational connection with somebody else telling a gratitude story, they actually sort of ride the waves of the other person's brain, and you can kind of be like a little life raft, to somebody going through a tough time, just by connecting with the emotions of your story and connecting with them as you tell it. It's cool.
That is very cool. Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.